Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Sabbath to all the Sabbath keepers in the world. President William Samoei Ruto continue to make certain moves that experts believe are only meant to build a stronger foundation for 2027. Today, he revoked the appointment of former KTN journalist Kathleen Openda and replaced her with the former spokesman Charles Owino. Openda was the chairperson of the Council of the Kenya Mass Communication. I think one, if not the only government institutions that provides training in journalism. Now, in a Gazette notice, this is what William Ruto says. In a Gazette notice, William Ruto says that in exercise of the powers conferred by Section 7 of State Corporations Act, I, William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya and the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, appoint Charles Owino Wahongo to be the chairperson of the Council of the Kenya Institute of Mass Communication with effect from the 29th September 2023 up to the 5th October 2024. The appointment of Kathleen Openda is revoked, dated the 27th of September 2023. William Samoei Ruto, the President of Kenya. Now, from the face value, you may think that it is just very normal because a president will always make changes here and there. But why do you think William Ruto decided to pick none other than the former spokesman Charles Owino? We must begin by trying to understand who Charles Owino is. One, for those who know Charles Owino, he's a very eloquent guy, soft-spoken, hananga haraka, and very bright and sharp. Charles Owino is very rich. For those who know him, he's a man who is very rich, and even though you might not see him openly in the political field, he's a politician who has always sponsored several politicians in Siaya County, from the MCAs up to even the several members of parliament. He's a close friend of David Uchien, one of the rebels in Nyanza. So that tells you who Charles is. I remember sometimes he has been at loggerheads with the Luo community, courtesy of his former position when he was a government spokesperson, the police spokesperson. In 2013 and 2017, he was appointed as a government spokesperson in 2015. So in 2017, when people, the opposition supporters went to the streets and there were a lot of altercations between the opposition and the government side, the Luo community, some of them expected Charles Owino to come out and condemn. You all know that this is not possible because he had to speak, taking a position to support the police, and this really has really given him a bad name. Some of the people think that it was part and parcel of the police that was really killing people. And Charles Owino has never been reading from the same page, that is politically, with Raila Amolo Odinga. So in 2022, he decided to plunge himself into the murky waters of politics. He wanted to become the governor of Siaya. After a little bit of campaigns here and there, they decided to join hands with the former member of parliament of Rarieda, Nicholus Gombo, and Charles Owino was the running mate. I think the former president Uhuru Kenyatta played a game, and Charles Owino withdrew his candidature as the running mate of Rarieda, the former Rarieda member of parliament. And it was appointed to a position here called the director of the Kenya National focal point on small arms and light weapons. I don't know what that means. The only thing I know, he was in charge of some light weapons. And so he withdrew. After the elections, you know that William Ruto is on a charm offensive. So that is what it was. And after William Ruto was sworn in, William Ruto has been on a charm offensive to try and get some of the Raila former supporters. And William Ruto moved in and appointed Charles Owino as the UDA Siaya County Coordinator. He served there for a few months, and now he has been appointed as the chairperson of the Council of the Kenya Mass Communication. Ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, you all know that number one, this has got to do with the revoking all the Uhuru appointments. I'm sure by now, if there is any other person who was appointed by Uhuru Kenyatta in parastatal or any other body, he's just waiting, because William Ruto is on a charm offensive to ensure that all the appointments that were made by Uhuru Kenyatta are revoked. Number two, William Samoei Ruto wants to neutralize the Raila influence in Nyanza, because you've seen him trying to build up people like Evans Kidero, that is in Homa Bay. I think in Migori there's somebody, Eli Mwokanyanga there, and you remember people like Nyamita, all the rebels. In Siaya now, there is Elisha, the member of parliament of Game, Gideon Ochanda of Bondo. Felix Odiwuor is in Nairobi, but he comes from Game. So William Ruto is on a charm offensive. He is trying to neutralize Raila's influence, and with this appointment, he thinks this might really be an impetus. I told you that Charles Owino is very influential and is a rich guy. This has got to do with 2027. William Ruto is planting his people, especially governors, for 2027. In Kisii, he's trying to build up Osoro and trying to woo Simba Arati, because he wants to ensure that he has a governor there. In the coast, he's weighing in between the Jicho Pevu, the Nyali member of parliament, and the man who has tried it, and now I think twice now, Hassan Omar, that is. He's weighing in between the two of them who can try it. And it seems that in Siaya, he wants to build either Charles Owino, or they will team up again with Nicholus Gombo. He wants to ensure that some of these countries where Raila has got much support, he tries to neutralize and get a governor there. Whether he will succeed is something that we don't know. People like Charles Owino will help to coordinate and fund Ruto rallies in Nyanza. This is something that you will see in 2027. That's why most of the cases that were revolving corruption cases around Kidero, I think they've been dropped. He won the cases, are starting to be corrected. Now, having been given that privilege, in 2027, people like Kidero will support William Ruto with funds and resources. I had one of the UDA leaders praising the current permanent secretary in the Ministry of Interior, Raymond Omolo, and he was saying that Omolo was very influential, coordinated their rallies in Nyanza, and that's why he was rewarded. So this is something that William Ruto is ensuring, that come 2027, he will have people who will, heavily fund his rallies. Whenever he wants to go to Nyanza, it will be very easy for him. People like now Charles Owino, Kidero, all those people who are there. But the problem is, Raila is a different ball altogether. You can take the party, you can have a few leaders here and there, but the supporters and the followers of Raila Amolo Odinga are people who know why they follow him. Raila can decide today to ditch ODM, and he will tell the people who follow him, let us go this direction, and they will all go. I don't know whether William Ruto will succeed in this. He's also trying to woo the Luo community by just telling them that even though you did not vote for me, I still have a place for you. And Charles Owino will join others like Raymond Omolo, the CS in the Ministry of ICT, Eliud Owalo, and several of them. Like Rigathi says, this is a shareholding company. So even though we didn't put our shares there, he's trying to tell the Luo community that here I am, I'm still giving you dividends even though you didn't plant any shares. I don't know what you think, but in every appointment that he makes, he's looking at 2027. These are all political appointments.